Okay guys, I want to show you how to create your precedent sheet. So up until now, you've been collecting examples, precedents that you want to include in Meyers' backyard project, and now we need to compile them all together in some sort of cool, designerly looking poster format. So the easiest way to do this is to open up Microsoft Word. If you don't know how to do that, you can go here, All Programs, and find Microsoft Office and open Word. I already have it open, so it's right here. Okay, and then we want to set up our page layout. Now, the typical 8.5 by 11 is not going to work for us, so I need to change it to 11 by 17, a much bigger format. It's going to look a little better. So I'm going to go to size here, and I'm going to change our size to 11 by 17. This is in what's called portrait now. So I'm going to change orientation to landscape. Gives us more room to work. And I'm going to zoom out until I can see the whole thing on there because I want to be able to look at the whole paper. One thing you notice is that we have these margins of about 1 inch. This means about all this area this way and all this area this way will not print. So I want to change that and use as much paper as possible. So I'm going to go to the narrow margins right there. Okay. And then the first thing I want to do is come up with some sort of title for this. Now you guys can be creative about this. You don't have to do it the way I do it, but the way I would set it up, at least get you started, is go to Insert. I would go to a text box. I'm going to go with this simple text box right here. And I'm going to type in Precedents Meyers backyard. Okay, you guys can name it however you want, as long as it's appropriate for the project. And then a couple things I want to do here. One is it needs to be bigger, so we're going to come in here and beef it up a little bit. Two is I want to center it. Okay, in this case, and I don't like this text style. You guys can change the text style to whatever you like. I probably will go with something along the lines of this brush script. Looks kind of cool. So, and then I want precedents to stand out a little more, so I'm going to make actually precedents a little bigger. Something like that. One thing I don't like here is this giant spacing here, so I'm going to pull this guy over here. And we'll remove space after paragraph. I'm also going to change my spacing to like a 1. And you can change that to whatever you want. If I want to go line spacing options, and I could change my spacing to less and so forth. But for now, I think that'll be just fine. So let's see there. Precedents. Oh, I don't like this border. Let's get rid of this. So I'm going to double click on here, and I'm going to go Shape Outline, No Outline. That looks a lot better to me. And one more thing I want to do here. So I click on the edge. There's two ways to click. You click in here and you're editing the text. You click on the edge, you get this kind of bold line around it. Now you're editing the whole thing here. I want to go position. I'm going to put this guy in the center. Perfect. There we go. Got a title. Now you don't have to put in the center. You don't have to name it the same thing I did. That's just what I did. Now I want to come in and start bringing my pictures in. So I've gone in here and I'm going to insert picture, and I'm going to find my folder, so computer, my name, my documents, find my landscape architecture, and Meyers pad, precedents, and let's see here, I'll put my water feature in. Got a couple pictures I've been saving. You guys should have more, obviously. Insert, and I can pull this guy in here. Now, when I grab, it's too small, so I want to make it a little bigger. When I make it bigger, I want to grab by the corners. I don't want to grab by the sides. If you grab by the sides, it distorts it. It makes it look weird. So just to make it bigger, you keep the same proportions, you grab by the corners. A couple things I want to do with this. One is I might want to change the style. I could go to something kind of faded. Looks kind of cool like that idea. I can go to something like this with a shadow on it. I can pull down all kinds of things. Maybe I want it to go a little crooked kind of deal. That's kind of a cool look. Kind of like that look, actually. lots of things you can do here. Let's see. You want to be, the trick is you want to be consistent. Not bad. Let's see, I'm probably going to go with, say, oh, let's pull this down. This guy to get started. You know what, I like that guy. Let's go with that guy. Okay, but the problem is this guy is stuck here. I can't move it anywhere. He's in the corner, locked in the corner. So to fix that, I'm going to double click on it and go to wrap text. And I go behind text. That now allows me to move it to wherever I want it to be. So I can put it in here in the corner here. Maybe down a little bit so it fits. Make sure, remember, you don't want to go over here. You'll lose a little bit and such. Like that. Other things I want to do here is I'm going to want to put a text box in so I know what this is. So let's go with this is a water feature. Okay, and I'm going to use the same text I was using before, so that was saved recently used fonts. There it is. Obviously, it need to be a little bigger so I can see what the water feature is. Don't want to go bigger than my title. Let's center it. Let's make this a little smaller because we don't need this. With the text boxes, it's fine to grab the sides, no big deal. It's not going to ruin the size of or distort the shape of the letters. And actually, with the text box, you want to give it as small as possible. There we go. Oh, don't like that border, so again, I can double click on it. Shape outline, none. And now I should be able to move this guy and kind of put him underneath here. Don't want to overlap it, but I do want to fit in there with that water feature. Cool. Let's put in some more. So insert, picture. Let's put in my kitchen. This guy's a little, well, that's a pretty good size. I like that. I can mess with it later if I want to. I want to go the same style I've been using here. So let's see. We got this cool picture style. Oh, see, it doesn't work there. It doesn't like this thing. So I might need to change them both. That's not a problem. So let's change this to, I kind of like the faded look. Looks kind of cool. And that means we need to change this to the faded look. No problem. Means we might need to move this guy over a little bit. Not a problem. You want to get centered on there. Okay, same thing. Insert a text box. And we will call this outdoor kitchen. Select it. Let's go to our text script. Go to our size. Want to match the same size we had there. Looks like it was about an 18. If I can't remember, I can always double click on this guy. 18. Let's go here and we will center. And we, like I said, we don't want that outline. And let's make it smaller. Great. I'll insert one more photo just to show you guys one more thing. Let's put my stone fire pit. Now, see again, it locks it in there. It starts to mess it up. So I want to go text wrap, behind text, puts it over there. Now I can move it wherever I want it to be. Oops. I need to move this guy for a second. Oh, did I put this guy behind text? I don't think I did. Behind text. There we go. Now I can move them both. Put this guy back where I had it. Kind of liked it. Cool. I can put this guy. I can do a little overlap if I want to and start to make kind of like a collage look. You don't want to go the same look as this guy. I can then come in and label that guy. You know, in this case, the text might go right nicely on top as long as it's obvious where it goes and so forth. And you can put together a cool looking collage. You can always change things if you don't like the looks. You're never married to anything. Let's see here. So I just double clicked on it to get my picture formatting tools up. We can, you can always look at what other things look like. That's kind of a cool one. The ones with little shadows on it looks kind of cool. This kind of looks more like photographs, kind of like that look. So, that down now. Get it close in there. This guy might be better suited something like that. This guy seems to be in the way. One trick you can always do when it's on top of that like that, you can double click on it and go send backward. Doesn't seem to like it with that, so maybe what I do here is bring forward. That doesn't like either, so maybe only with the pictures you can do that, but that's fine. Another example of why I want to always make these as small as possible. Too small. There we go. And now start to put this in here where I wanted it to go. Kind of cool like that, and so forth. Again, I could maybe this guy doesn't work out well here. Position, let's put him top center. Might be a better place for it. Now I can start to get that kind of look where I want it to be. Cool. Lots of things you guys can do. Lots to play with. Enjoy it. Should be creative. When you go to print it, you'll go File, Print. You want to make sure that you're sending it to this BSHP-10. Okay. You will want to make sure it's 11 by 17, and then you want to go double check to make sure there's 11 by 17 paper in there, because if you don't, it won't print it that way. All right, enjoy.